Hey, it's Dina, and I'm going to find. Hey, it's Dina, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to fine tune a blog before you hit publish to make sure the SEO, the title, the slug, the category, the tags, and everything in Yoast is good to go. It's so you don't waste your time writing a blog and not getting traffic where people actually can find it online. So on this title, it's called When a Guy Asks for Your Number, Use One of These 5 Ways to Respond Next Time. So you want to think about your title. This sounds very unique, and it also has a keyword, when a guy asks for your number. But one of the things I notice here is the permalink has that entire title instead of just the keyword. So one of the tips is that you can just put the keyword in your URL. So what we're going to do, you can actually change that here in the URL slug. You can see how long that is. Nobody's actually typing in, when a guy asks for your number, use one of these 5 ways to respond next time. That's just too long. Nobody's typing that in. So now we're going to see, I'm going to actually change this up here too. Oh yeah, I think it was changed already. Okay, so that's fixed. And let's see if there's anything else that we need to fix here. Over on the right-hand side, we're going to look on the document area. The permalink here has when a guy asks for your number. That's the URL slug listed in this column on the right. It has a category picked. I usually just pick one category. Now, I like to add several tags. I always add the main keyword as the tag. In this case, it would be when a guy asks for your number. So you want to put that in as a tag. That'll give something that will make it easier for people to find this particular article on the internet. So let's see. I'm actually going to go over to the Google Keyword Planner as well. And we've already figured out a couple titles, or subheads, for this article. What to do when a guy asks for your number. So we're going to actually use that as a tag as well. And you want to have related keyword phrases within your article. So that's a keyword. And let's see. I don't like giving my number to guys. Let's actually search that in the keyword planner and see if anything pops up for that. Let's try to figure out something different. I don't like to give my number to guys. Okay, it doesn't have a lot. It has 0 to 10. Let's see, I'm just going to leave that one alone. Every subhead doesn't have to have a keyword in it. How to say yes when he asks for your number. Let's go ahead and do a little keyword research on this too. How to say yes, it doesn't have any searches for that either. For the professional, I'm actually going to just say, give him your business card. Let's search that one and see if there's any searches for that particular phrase in the Google Keyword Planner. Okay, give him your business card. That's not one either. So I'm actually going to change that back to where it was. Let's see, Google Voice. Let's look that one up too. And we're going to see if there's any search volume on that. I don't see any. Ask him for his phone number. That looks like that could actually have some search in the search engine. Okay, ask him for his phone number. That has that one doesn't have much. I gave him my number without asking. So one of the things we could do is put that phrase within the body copy somewhere. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to skip that. Let's look at this one. How to say no when he asks for your number. What I usually like to do is when I write an article, I like to keep the keywords in mind when I'm writing it. And actually, with one of my clients that I saw, we used H2 tags in all of the subheads. And there wasn't any difference between using the H2 or the H3, so we went ahead and used H2 for all the subheads in our articles. And it seemed to work, and their traffic went crazy. So I'm going to stick to that one in this article too. We're going to make all of these H2 tags. Okay, that one's looking good. That one's H2. Let's see, be direct, just say no. We are actually going to just leave all of these how they are for now. Every article doesn't have to have a ton of SEO keywords in it. It definitely helps your search engine traffic, but it's also the most important thing is to have, the most important thing when it comes to writing articles is to have a well-written, helpful article for your viewers. Okay, so now we're going to go down here to the SEO title in Yoast, and it has the title, the page, separator, and site title. And you can see below it has this red bar. I'm actually going to make this a little bigger. Below you can see it has this red bar. That means it's a no-go. It doesn't have a green light. So we're going to eliminate the site title because that makes it really long. We're going to get rid of that separator, which is this little dash. Going to subtract that, and we're going to get rid of the page. Wow, that's really, I don't know why that was still red. I don't understand that. When a guy, let's go down here and retype that in. I'm not sure why that was red. Now let's see what happens here. Okay, now we have the green light. When a guy asks for your number, use one of these 5. Let's make that answers. So below here, we want to have the meta description. That's what's going to show up in search right below the title and the URL. So the basis of this article is what to say. What if you don't like to give guys your number? And what you can do. Say, if you don't know how to respond when a guy asks for your number, and you also want to have your main keyword phrase in the meta description as well. So here it is, when a guy asks for your number. If you don't know how to respond when a guy asks for your number, you should give it to him or not. Answers are, these are the best ways to respond. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. And down here in the readability analysis, it says there are consecutive sentences. There's 2 instances where 3 or more sentences start with the same word. And it says try to mix that up. Oh, I guess it's not going to give me, oh, here's the little eyeball. You want to click this little eyeball to the right hand side, and it turns purple. And then you can scroll up through the article and look for the purple. So you can see there are 3 sentences here that have the same beginning. I maneuvered from one table to another. Let's put the word so. I maneuvered from one table to another seamlessly. And transition words are really great to use. And I can actually give you guys some transition words. I'm going to say, and okay, so now the beginning of a sentence starts with different words. And the result was I wasn't too focused on chatting with one guy. And here's the second one. I don't like giving out my number to guys, but sometimes I do begrudgingly give it to them. We'll make that sound a little different. Say, and if I can't let's see, sometimes I do begrudgingly give it to them. I can't remember. Have a hard time being honest and telling him no. We'll make it like that. And then we'll add another transition word there. Instead, I ignored his text a day later, and that was it. Okay, so we're going to save the draft again. And then the Yoast actually should catch that, but it might not. Okay, the improvements here, it's got the green light on that one. So it's looking good. You can see all of the green lights there. And one of the things that we didn't do is add a focus key phrase down here in the Yoast. And we're going to add it in there. Oh, and I also like to use capital letters in every word of the title. I didn't do that. When a guy asks for your number. And then we'll put that down in the focus keyword. And then we have a green light for that. You can also add synonyms here. So let's go back to the Google Keyword Planner here. We can also add in what to do when a guy asks for your number. We'll put that in as a synonym. And we can also have it as a tag. Let's see. Okay, and then we can also put this in when a guy asks you for your number and texts you. And another thing I like to use in Google, it's really simple to find more keywords. It's called Keywords Everywhere. And it used to be free, but now I think they charge a very minimal fee. I bought a bunch of searches for like $10. So when you type in something into Google, it shows you all of these related phrases. So we could go in here. The related keywords on the top are the most important. And then we have these secondary keywords down here below that says people also search for. So we can add some of those in as tags. Sometimes he never calls. I met a guy in a club. Should I text him? And that's how I like to find more keywords for an article. And also, There's another thing that pops up in Google. It's down below. Search is related to when a guy asks for your number and texts you. You can put some of these into your tags. He asked. He asked could be one. Is he interested? Could be another one. Okay, and over here on the right-hand side, oh, actually, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. It says the key phrase distribution is uneven. Some parts do not contain the key phrase or its synonyms. So we're going to click on this eyeball again. Okay, so here there's the guy and the number. So let's see. We'll add some keywords there. And then we'll add, can I get your number question? We'll add another one there. And also here, first paragraph or two, the key phrase, I don't see that anywhere. So I always like to add the main keyword into the first paragraph or two. And we'll say sometimes when a guy asks for your number, you don't know what to do. Okay, so that maybe we'll take care of that. So we're going to save this as a draft and we're going to scroll down. So that could be a little bit better. An orange light isn't too bad, like we can deal with that. Images on this page do not have an alt attribute with words from your key phrase. So what that means is I'll show you how to do that. We're going to click on the picture, and over here is the alt text alternative. So you can type in your main key phrase here when a guy asks for your number. You might not want to push him away. And then we're going to save the draft. And we're going to see if it added. I think we are good. Okay, and let's see. It says it has some slug stop words. I'm not going to worry about that too much because people sometimes talk with slug words at the end. So I think everything is looking pretty great. We have a lot of green lights here. We have the alt tag in one image. There's a short slug URL. One category. There's plenty of tags listed. Oh, and I did notice this too just now. I always like to scroll all the way to the bottom of the center area where your content is. And then also here on the right-hand side, you also want to set a featured image. So one of my favorite places to go for that is Pexels. And I like to have all of my images being 1,000 pixels across. And I guess they're going to ask me to add I've never had this happen before. I do not want that, whatever it is. So I've researched that. Let's say guy and girl with phone. Let's find something like that. Let's see. So we're going to add a guy talking to girl. Let's see where I want to get one. I want to find a picture that relates to this article that's not too touchy-feely. They're not too close, so we're going to go with this one right here. We're going to download that as a custom size at 1,000 pixels. Hit free download. And then we're going to upload files here. Have to find that in my downloads. There it is, woman wearing white tank top. So what the featured image does is in the blog page, it will actually show the image with the title, which is what we want, because we don't want the title with no image because it looks kind of boring. All right, so another thing we could do with this featured image is we could add alt text when a guy asks for your number. I'm going to put in a crowd. I don't like to put a caption there because then it puts a caption underneath the picture in the article, and I don't really care for how that looks myself. In his featured image, an excerpt, you can put that in. And what I usually do is I will just grab that meta description and put the excerpt in there. Discussion, we can allow comments. Optimize member, we're just going to ignore that. Oh, and another thing, what we want to do is we do want the meta robots to be set to index and follow. That's how I have my blog set up, and this is with new articles that are original to this website. And here we have a lot of inbound links already, and you can actually add those in if you have the paid Yoast program. And it will give you clues of articles you can link to on your website to keep people on your page or on your blog or your pages. So you can link to these. And I think that is all we need to do for this article. And I'm going to preview it to make sure it looks good. And then we're going to hit publish. And this new article will be ready to go on lifedatinglove.com. Oh, okay, so this looks a little funky right here. This girl is too close to this girl on the top picture. So what we're going to want to do is move this one down a little bit and move this one down a little bit. Oh, here we go. There we go. We push this little arrow here to the side. And we're going to put it right above that title, that subhead. And this beautiful young lady here, we're going to scroll her down to, let's put this one down above the next headline. And then we're going to give it a quick preview and check it out. When a guy asks for your number, use one of these tips. All right, I think that looks great. Awesome. I'm excited to publish this. I'm going to click the publish button. Go ahead, visibility is public, publish immediately. I think we are in business. All right, and I hope this video has been helpful, and I will catch you next time.